Welcome to our cozy corner of tales where the wisdom of ancient India comes alive. In the vibrant courts of Emperor Akbar, a brilliant advisor named Birbal would often weave his wit and wisdom to solve the most puzzling problems, as told in the timeless narratives from Bharat. With a dash of humor and a pinch of curiosity, we embark on a fascinating journey to uncover the secrets of Birbal's extraordinary mind. Let's begin our story. Birbal Identifies the Guest, a captivating tale from the Akbar Birbal collection.
Birbal identifies the guest. Emperor Akbar took Birbal's opinion in crucial state affairs. Birbal lived up to the expectations of the emperor and offered meaningful and practical advices. Birbal's fame spread across the kingdom. Subbiah Shetty and Ramaiah Shetty were two rich and well-known businessmen from Delhi. They had heard about Birbal's intelligence in solving critical and tricky issues. Both of them wanted to test Birbal's intelligence. Since Birbal was Akbar's minister and his favorite advisor, they first wanted to take the emperor's permission to test Birbal. They met the emperor when Birbal was not around. Since they were famous businessmen, Akbar recognized them. They greeted the emperor. Akbar asked them, "What brings you here? Do you want something from me?" They said, "Your Majesty, we have come here to take your permission regarding some work." Akbar assured them, saying, "Don't hesitate. Tell me what it is, and if I can help you, I will definitely do so." They were delighted and said, "Your Majesty, we have heard many stories about Birbal's intelligence and presence of mind in solving problems." Akbar intervened and said, "You heard it right. Birbal deserves all the recognition. He is very intelligent and his fame is not confined to our kingdom alone, but has reached other countries too." Then Subbiah Shetty said, "True, Your Majesty. That's why we are also interested to test Birbal. For that, we seek your permission." Akbar smiled and replied, "Oh, is that so? Birbal is not in the court right now. He has gone out of Delhi for some work and will return after 2 days." Ramaiah Shetty said, "Your Majesty, we are aware that he is out of Delhi. We want to test Birbal in our house and not in the court." Akbar said, "You have my permission to test Birbal in your house. I want reputed businessmen like you to confirm that Birbal is an intelligent person." Ramaiah Shetty and Subbiah Shetty left the court happily. They thanked the emperor for granting them permission. Birbal returned home after 2 days. Ramaiah Shetty and Subbiah Shetty went to meet Birbal. They greeted him and Ramaiah Shetty said, "Birbal, there's a family function. We invited Emperor Akbar, but he said he has some work and told us that you would come on his behalf." Birbal replied, "Sure, I will come to the function after I take permission from the emperor," and saw them off. After they left, Birbal went to the emperor and narrated the happenings. Akbar smiled and said, "Yes, Birbal, what Ramaiah Shetty has said is true. He invited me, but I am unable to go. You can represent me at the function." Birbal took leave and went home. He went to the function that evening and noticed 11 more guests. Interestingly, all of them looked almost same since they were dressed in a similar manner. Birbal was amused and surprised. On seeing Birbal, Ramaiah Shetty rose to greet him. He said, "Birbal, thank you so much for coming. Dinner is being prepared and in the meantime, please have this drink." Birbal sipped the drink and they both started chatting. Ramaiah Shetty said, "Birbal, we are happy that your fame has spread beyond our kingdom. In fact, along with your fame, our empire is also known across the world." Birbal smiled and said, "Ramaiah, it is all God's grace. For instance, You are a successful businessman. You too can be the reason for the fame of our empire. Both Ramaya Shetty and Subbaya Shetty felt very happy at Birbal's words. Ramaya Shetty then said, "Thanks for your compliments, Birbal. That's very nice of you. But compared to you, our name and fame is hardly anything. By the time dinner gets ready, if you have no objection, shall I give you a small test?" The word test excited Birbal. He said, "By all means, Ramaya. I like tasks that sharpen my brain." Ramaya pointed out to the 11 guests at the dining table and said, "Birbal, 10 out of the 11 guests are my workers. The remaining one is my friend from the neighboring town. He has come as my guest to the function. Please recognize who my friend is from among the 11 persons sitting there." Birbal liked the puzzle. He said, "I like your question. I will find out who your friend is." Birbal thought for some time but found it difficult to identify Ramaya's friend since all were dressed alike. Then he had an idea and said, "Ramaya, I want you to do something to help me find out the guest. Will you?" Ramaya readily agreed. Birbal said, "Ramaya, could you tell us a funny story? After you tell the story, I will reveal who your friend is." Ramaya Shetty began to narrate a funny story. After he completed, Birbal pointed out to one person and said, "Ramaya, he is your friend who has come from the neighboring town as your guest." Both Ramaya Shetty and Subbaya Shetty were surprised at Birbal's answer. They asked how he could point out to their friend so accurately. Birbal smiled and said, "Ramaya, please don't mind, but the story you narrated just now isn't very funny. In fact, I have heard several funny stories, but this story is not at all funny compared to those. Except your friend, all the other 10 persons laughed. They did so because they were scared that they might lose their jobs if they didn't laugh." Ramaya Shetty and Subbaya Shetty praised Birbal's intelligence. Everyone had a hearty laugh at Birbal's reasoning. By then, they were informed that dinner was ready. After dinner, Birbal went home. The next day, Ramaya Shetty and Subbaya Shetty went to the court. They met the emperor and told him how effortlessly Birbal solved their puzzle. They said, "Your Majesty, Birbal is not only very intelligent, but very sensible too. He understands the situation and responds subtly yet straight to point. He sees to it that no one gets offended unnecessarily." Emperor Akbar was very happy listening to them praising Birbal's intelligence and gentle nature.
As we conclude the tale of Birbal Identifies the Guest, we're reminded that wisdom and wit can often lead us to the most unexpected yet wonderful discoveries. This ancient wisdom tale from India teaches us to look beyond appearances and trust our instincts. To explore more timeless narratives from Bharat and cultures around the world, download the Story Waves app from Apple or Android app stores. A Story Waves subscription costs less than $1 a month, making it one of the most affordable ways to bring quality stories to your family. All new stories, including the most exciting ones, are available on the Story Waves app, so be sure to check it out for exclusive content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow Story Waves on Instagram, TikTok and Spotify for updates on upcoming content. Thank you warmly for watching.